just when you think we're done getting news about the they really say he goes 6 more for you. Because we just got a whole lot of insane news and reveals that include our first look at Galactus in the movie, new details about a hidden character in the movie, and a connection to Doctor Doom that no one has talked about, and even more. And I'm not gonna hold you, this news is really fantastic. And either way, here's the thing. Me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. And here's our first look at Galactus. My bad, I got shit on the screen. And Doom! You looking for this? Well, thanks to Funko themselves, they just revealed all the Funko Pops for the Fantastic Four First Steps. And oh my goodness, not only do we get our first look at Galactus, but we also got our first look at Franklin Richards, little Frankie. Where your mom at, Franklin? Where your mom at, Franklin? And I gotta be honest with you, these are all perfect. Perfect down to every little detail. My wallet's gonna be looking anorexic because take my money. But let's focus on the big ones before we get into. I know that ain't Ben Grimm in the trench coat. I need that more than I need air. But let's focus on some of the big ones before we go into the other ones. Yeah, Silver Surfer, hear me out. But in taking a look at Galactus, the supersized pop, it's perfect. Look at his design. Look at his big ass face. Now we also got to look at what he's gonna look like in Lego form. And we know he's a huge bitch. Dog, we're gonna get a kaiju sized fight in the Fantastic Four First Steps. And I might stand up, cheer, clap, and salute at the same damn time in the theater. Oh, that wasn't enough for you? Here go another one. Because thanks to new promotional images on merchandise, here's our best, like legit, our best look yet at Galactus in this movie. And there's a reason they have him basically an eye-line sight of the Fantastic Four's Baxter building. Who's that peeking through my window? But in taking a look at the design and the color scheme, it feels very reminiscent of Alex Ross's depiction of Galactus. And ever since we got this illustrious back shot of Galactus looking at the Statue of Liberty like, and as a matter of fact, we're going to need to watch Galactus in IMAX because just look at the difference. They give you way more head in IMAX. But a couple of other interesting details from director Matt Shakman himself about Galactus is that they're bringing him to life using a couple of different filmmaking tactics. Obviously, some CGI when you have a big-ass shapeshifter who's bigger than a planet. Downsizing. It's still funny that his version of a downsize is like Godzilla. And, Statue of Liberty. You know what they say about big feet. But on top of CGI, they're bringing Galactus to life through the use of miniatures and practical effects. He said he was inspired by some of our greatest science fiction films like Star Wars, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and in my humble opinion, I would like to say he was probably inspired by the Godzilla movies from Toho. But either way, Galactus looks fantastic. But in taking another look at the Fantastic Four, they all look incredible. Ben Grimm is rock solid, Johnny's on fire, Reed is stretching, and I know that ain't who I think it is. That's right, we just got our best look yet at Franklin Richards. That is definitely a boy with his mama, who we pretty much all knew was going to be in this movie because Sue Storm is pregnant. But now this begs the question and got my mind spinning. Because if she's pregnant in the trailer, this could mean one of two things. She was pregnant with Franklin Richards and then he becomes born throughout the movie. Or they already have Franklin and she's pregnant again with Valeria Richards, which would give us our Doctor Doom connection if we want it here. Because mind you, Robert Downey Jr. put up this picture of this Doctor Doom Jonathan Hickman comic book run, which is legit all about Doom and Valeria going on intergalactic missions trying to stop Galactus. It's fucking crazy. But what a lot of people don't realize is that Doom was actually there when Valeria was born. He helped deliver her and he named her Valeria. He sees her as a version of Reed Richards who isn't annoying. She sees him as an uncle figure. And of course, Dr. Doom's own twisted, narcissistic way, he sees being a mentor to Valeria as a way to one-up Reed, as all narcissists do, in the most Doom way possible. But I still think she's probably just pregnant with Franklin and then has him. And then Galactus becomes infatuated with him and his godlike powers.
And this is Editor Sammy with some breaking news, because just as I was editing this video and putting it together, we got even more promotional images of the Fantastic Four. And here you can see Reed Richards using his stretchy power. And all I got to say is this right here is cooler than a polar bear's... Fuck! Cooler than a polar bear's... Fuck! I can't say that. It's cooler than a polar bear's toenails. And if you don't know where that's from, I'm sorry for you. You're probably too young. Fire. Essentially is what I'm trying to say is this is fire. I love this. It also looks exactly like that one artwork of Reed Richards where he's putting up the 4. Except right here, it just looks like he's stretching like Michael Jordan in Space Jam. But still, I like this. I feel like there is no way to make Reed Richards' stretchy power look practical. Like, there just ain't no fucking way. I've never seen somebody stretch in real life. You know what I mean? So this looks great. I like it. And then we get Sue, Mommy Sue over here. And she needs to be the mother of not just freaking Franklin or Valeria, whoever she's pregnant with in this damn movie, maybe both of them. Shit. But she is the glue that holds them all together. That is her defining feature. She is the guiding star that makes everything right. Even sometimes, telling Reed what to do, because, Reed can be a little calculated at times and not really think with his brain. At the end of the day, he is compassionate and thinks with his heart, but Sue is the one that grounds everyone and really pulls them together. So it looks like she's going to be playing that leading lady role. And I need that more than air. And I really like the way her power set looks in this movie as well. I like how it's like a rainbow effect. So I'm really curious to see, them actually put her in the forefront. She needs to be the Mrs. Incredible from Incredibles 2 for the Fantastic Four, at least for this first movie, especially because she's pregnant. But moving on from there, we go for the man who looks like he's on fire, because he is on fire. We got Johnny Storm over here. I almost call him Johnny Blaze. A little too close to home there, Stan, or whoever created Ghost Rider. Two guys that are on fire named Johnny. Anyway, I love it. I mean, what can I say? This looks like classic freaking Jack Kirby Human Torch. I love how you can still see the lines when he's on fire. That is so Kirby. And like, dog, I've seen a lot of people upset with the fact that they've cast Joseph Quinn, but from everything I've seen in the trailers, the little quick snippets of what he's saying, what he looks like this is Johnny, bro. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, he's a hothead, literally. And yeah, he is a bit of a womanizer. And I know when he said that he isn't going to be too much of a womanizer, I mean, it's not, I know what he's saying. Like, he's not saying like he's going to be like degrading women, essentially. He's more so going to be going about it in a different way, because that's inherently a Johnny Storm character trait, is like the fact that he is so handsome, so beloved, that he's a little insecure about it. Like, he doesn't know people like him outside of that. So I'm interested to see if he'll they'll dive deep into that. But also, I kind of need him to hit on the female Silver Surfer, because, I would. Okay, but now here's the thing. I really could just end the video right there, because what else do you want me to say? It's the thing. There he is, Ben Grimm. I'm not going to lie to you. Life's Ben Grimm lately. Here's the thing. Life's all right, I need to stop. These jokes are going to be the death of me. But I mean, how can I glaze this any harder than I've already glazed it since the trailers came out? Like, this is perfect. We have that big ass fucking unibrow. I love it so much. It looks like he's wearing a hat. And then also, like, bro, he really got that shit on, though. Look at this fit. It looks like he's wearing like a sock, but it doesn't look like a sock. It looks fire, because it's, well, not fire. It looks rock hard. It looks rock solid, because it's the thing. But I really hope they dive deep into, his little dilemma on the inside is always that everyone sees him as a monster on the outside, but he's just Ben on the inside, and he's one of the most compassionate members of the team. And he really roots them in the emotional aspect of everything that happens in their lives. And I think that's why I've seen a lot of people complain about the fact that his voice doesn't sound like this. Like, oh, kid, I'm going to hurt you. It's clobber time. Like, people are upset that he just kind of sounds like Cousin. But to me, I think that's a more artistic choice that they're going with, because it kind of speaks to the character. Like, that's still Ben on the inside. Like, that's still Ben Grimm on the inside. So that's kind of the juxtaposition they're juggling there between Ben Grimm the Thing, between his human form and his rock solid form. So I like that. And he looks great. All I know is if you were to show me this promotional image of official artwork of the Fantastic Four movie like 6 years ago, I would have called you crazy. There ain't no way it would have looked this good. We have Herbie in the damn picture. We have Galactus in the skyline. This shit means something to me, man. And it's so crazy to see them actually be put to live action in like the most faithful, successful way possible. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the Tim Story movies with, Chris Evans and Young Grufford, Jessica Alba, and Michael Chiklis, but, they just never really super felt like the Fantastic Four. It just always felt like it was off. But everything from what I've seen here feels like all of the comic runs that I have read, from Ryan North to Jonathan Hickman to Jack Kirby himself to Mark Waid. It looks like they are finally understanding and respecting the Fantastic Four. And it's about damn time, because I'm tired of me referring to the Incredibles franchise as the best Fantastic Four franchise. We need Marvel to get this shit right. This is Marvel's first family, and everything we've seen so far is peak. I love it. But either way, I'm so damn excited for Fantastic Four First Steps. Y'all don't even know. I feel like there's got to be a connection with Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom in this movie some way, somehow. Maybe in a post-credit scene. I just want to know what universe that man is from. It feels weird to not have him be introduced in the Fantastic Four movie, but only time will tell. But let me know what you think about this news down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.